Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video on this channel. I'm Sabi from Code Revolution. So let me show you in this video the power of Headless Browser API. So this is an API that I created, and this video will demonstrate how you can use it for the best. So in this example, I will use Echo RSS Feed Post Generator and this example feed from CNET. So let us get some content from CNET right now. So for this, I use Echo RSS Feed Post Generator, enter the feed URL here, click settings, and I want to get full content for my post. For this, I will have to check the try to get full article content checkbox. And for now, I will leave everything as default. So let's save settings. Let's check our site. It is empty. And let's run importing. So the plugin now imports content, and a new post should appear soon. So there are actually 10 new posts, but they will come in real fast. So let's refresh our site, and here it is, a new post with some content in it. Okay, so the content looks pretty good, but I can make it better, because if we check the source URL here, so for example this URL that corresponds to the Nintendo Switch Online, so yeah, this is the Nintendo Switch Online, so this article came in like this. And the Nintendo Switch Online also has these images and YouTube video and stuff which were not imported. Okay, so for this to get imported, let me lower the number of imported posts to 2, so we get some improvements in the importing time. And here in the full content query type, let's go ahead and check the source of this page. So now I will select the part of the HTML document that I wish to import. For this, I hit inspect here on the content that I want to import, and I hover my mouse over the lines here until I highlight the entire article that I wish to import. So you will see that this is the div that includes all the article that I wish to import. So all the article will be included in this single div. So now I go ahead and copy its class, and I keep in mind that it has a class, and I copy it. If this div has an ID, then you should copy the ID also. So this is an alternative. So or you copy its class or its ID. If instead of class, here you see ID. And go into plugin settings, and instead of auto detect here, select class. If you copied an ID, you should select ID. But in my case, I copied the class, so now I paste the class that I copied. Save settings. Delete the posts that I imported and re-import them. Okay, because we imported only 2 posts this time, it got in pretty fast, and the newly imported post already has these images in it, and the content looks better because we have here some more precise importing by telling the plugin from where should it import its content. However, I can take this one step further by using the Headless Browser API. So I can select here in the content scraping method to use, instead of WordPress, we can use Puppeteer with Headless Browser API. So I have this available because in my main settings, I added an API key for Headless Browser API. So I have here this API key added, as you can see, and let's save now settings and let's re-import the post to see what we will got in plus and what will be changed. So now the plugin uses Headless Browser API to get JavaScript rendered content from the source page. This is a Headless Browser API that will enable you to get full content from many pages and to scrape the full content from them. So importing can take a bit longer now because the page is going through my API now, and it got imported. Now all we can do is refresh here the site, and let's check what we will have in plus. So you can see that we have this image here. Also the YouTube embed is visible and other images appeared. So things are pretty working better. So Twitter embeds also visible, and many more stuff will become available. So as you can see, this Twitter embed was not there before. So we can check also the IRS article, and it also should have more content. So lazy loaded images will become present and available without anything that you need to do. Okay, so this is also a megaphone embed which is now available. So what is the explanation behind this is that the API renders JavaScript and it renders the entire page before serving the HTML content to the plugin. So the main problem with PHP plugins is that they cannot execute JavaScript and cannot render pages to get content that is not visible to users when they take the HTML content of pages. So the HTML content is modified a bit by JavaScript, and these modifications that JavaScript makes are not always available to plain scrapers. And this is when the Headless Browser API comes in, and it renders these changes and it serves to you the modified HTML, which also has the JavaScript improvements in it. So give this a try. I will link in this video's description the Headless Browser API site. You can check it. And this is all for today. The Headless Browser API site is here. You can access it. It will be linked down there. Thank you for watching until then. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.